Wisdom of Solomon, Chakma, Shaloma, 14:7-10. For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness comes, but that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called Elohim. For the wicked and his wickedness are both alike hateful unto Elohim. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. 15:1. But you, O Elohim, are gracious and true, long-suffering, and in mercy, ordering all things. 15:3. For to know you is perfect righteousness, yea, to know your power is the root of immortality. 19:22. For in all things, O Yahuah, you did magnify your people and glorify them, neither did you lightly regard them, but did assist them in every time and place. Ecclesiasticus 15:18-19. For the wisdom of Yahuah is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things. And his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knoweth every work of man. Nahum 1:7. Yahuah is good, as a stronghold in the day of distress, and he knows those who takes refuge in him. Ephesians 5:15-17. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as unwise, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are wicked. So then, do not be foolish, but understand what the desire of Yahuah is. James, Yaakov 1:12. Baruch, or blessed, is the man who endures trial, for when he has been proved, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Adon has promised to those who love him. One 19-20. Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man does not work righteousness of Elohim. 2 Corinthians 2:10-4-5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Elohim to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Elohim, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach, Messiah. Also verse 6, and having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Colossim 3:17. And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adon, Yahuah, giving thanks to Yahuah, the Father, through him. Colossians, Colossim 2:18. Let no man beguile you of your reward, one who takes delight in false humility and worship of angels, taking his stand on things he has not seen, vainly puffed up by his fleshly mind. Romaim 8:5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Ruach, the things of the Ruach. Enoch 2:1. Behold, he comes with 10,000s of his Kodashim, to execute judgment upon them, and destroy the wicked, and reprove all the carnal for everything which the sinful and wicked have done and committed against him. Proverbs, Mishli 14:28. In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince. Mishli, Proverbs 18:20 and 21. A man's belly is satisfied with the fruit of his mouth. He is satisfied by the increase of his lips. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those loving it shall eat the fruit thereof. Colossians, Colossim 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, according to the elementary matters of the world, and not after Mashiach. Galatium 6:2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Mashiach. 1 John, Yochanan 1:2-4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not the truth is a liar, and the truth is not in him. John, Yochanan 4:24. Elohim is Ruach, and those who worship him must worship him in Ruach and in truth. Colossians, Colossim 3:17. And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adon, Yahuah, giving thanks to Yahuah, the Father, through him. Proverbs, Mishli 13:3. He that guards his mouth guards his life, but he that opens wide his lips shall have destruction. Romaim 8:26. Likewise the Ruach helps in our weaknesses, for we do not know what we should pray. But the Ruach himself pleads our case for us with groanings unutterable. Lucas 18:1. Men ought always to pray and not faint. Hebrews 4:16. Therefore, let us come boldly to the throne of favor, in order to receive compassion and find favor for timely help. Jeremiah 33:3. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. Proverbs, Mishli 21:21. He that follows after righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor. 2 Timothy 2 Timotheos 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto Elohim, a workman that need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Corinthians 2 or 2 Corinthians, Corinthians 2, 5:1. For we know that if our dwelling is destroyed, we have a building not made with hands, everlasting in the Shamayim. Jeremiah 29:13 and 14. And you shall seek and shall find me when you search for me with all your heart, and I shall be found by you, declares Yahuah. Matthew 5:48. Therefore, be perfect as your Father in the Shamayim is perfect. Mishli, Proverbs 13:25. The righteous eats to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. Romaim 5:1. Therefore, having been declared right by belief, we have peace with Elohim through our Adon, Yahushua HaMashiach. Psalms, Tehillim 115:1. Not unto us, O Yahuah, not unto us, but unto your name give glory, for your mercy and for your truth's sake. Psalm, Tehillim 60:11. Give us help from trouble, for the help of man is useless. Ecclesiasticus 15:18 and 19. For the wisdom of Yahuah is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things. And his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knoweth every work of man. Colossim 3:16. Let the word of Mashiach dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing with pleasure in your hearts to the Adon in Telahim and songs of praise and spiritual songs. James, Yahuah 1:12 and 17. Baruch is the man who endures trial, for when he has been proved, he shall receive the crown of Kai, or life, which the Adon has promised to those who love him. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no change nor shadow of turning. Yeshayahu, Isaiah 45:22. Turn to me and be ye saved, all you ends of the earth, for I am El, and there is none else. Matthew 16:24. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself. James, Yahuah 1:19 and 20. Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, For the wrath of man does not work righteousness of Elohim. Zechariah 4:6. Not by might nor by power, but by my Ruach, says Yahuah Sebaoth. James Yaakov 3:17 and 18. But the wisdom from above is first clean, then peaceable, gentle, ready to obey, filled with compassion and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. 2 Corinthians 2:10, 4, and 5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but divinely powerful, through Elohim, to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Elohim, and bringing every thought into captivity, every thought to the obedience of Mashiach. Ephesians 5:15 through 17. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as unwise, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are wicked. So then do not be foolish, but understand what the desire of Yahuah is. Ecclesiasticus 14:2. Baruch is he whose conscience hath not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in Yahuah. Psalms Tehillim 118:6. Yahuah is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do to me? 1 Peter 1 Kepha 3:12. For the eyes of Yahuah are over the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the face of Yahuah is against those who do evil. Scriptures from Mishlei, or Proverbs 3:6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. 11:1. A false scale is an abomination to Yahuah, but a perfect scale is his delight. 13:3. He that guards his mouth guards his life, but he that opens wide his lips shall have destruction. 13:25. The righteous eats to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. 14:26 and 27. In the fear of Yahuah is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. The fear of Yahuah is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. 14:28. In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince. 15:1 and 3. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The eyes of Yahuah are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. 15:33. The fear of Yahuah is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. 16:3. Commit your works unto El Yahuah, and your thoughts shall be established. 17:13. Whoso rewards evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house. 18:20 and 21. A man's belly, or heart, is satisfied with the fruit of his mouth. He is satisfied by the increase of his lips. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those loving it shall eat the fruit of it. 19:8. He that gets wisdom loves his own soul. He that guards understanding shall find good. 19:17. He that has pity upon the poor lends unto Yahuah, and that which he has given will he pay him again. 19:20 and 21. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your latter end. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, it is the counsel of Yah that shall stand. 21:13. Whoso stops his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. 21:21. He that follows after righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor. 21:23. Whoso guards his mouth and his tongue guards his soul from troubles. 22:4. By humility and the fear of Yahuah are riches and honor and life. 23:12. Apply your heart unto instruction, and your ears to the words of knowledge. 23:17 and 18. Let not your heart envy sinners, but be in the fear of Yahuah all the day long. For surely there is an end, and your expectation shall not be cut off. 24:17 and 18. Rejoice not when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest Yahuah see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. 25:21 and 22. If your enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For you shall heap coals of fire upon his head, and Yahuah shall reward you. 25:28. He that has no rule over his own ruach is like a city that is broken down and without walls. 27:1 and 2. Boast not yourself of tomorrow, for you know not what a day may bring forth. Let another man praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips. 27:6 and 7. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. The full soul loathes a honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet. 27:12 and 17. A prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Iron sharpens iron, so as a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. 28:4. They that forsake the Torah praise the wicked, but such as guard the Torah contend or wrestle with them. 28:5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahuah understand all things. 28:6 and 9. Better is the poor that walks in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. He that turns away his ear from hearing the Torah, even his prayers shall be an abomination. 28:10. Whoso causes the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the Yasharim, the upright, shall have good things in possession. 28:13 and 14. He that covers his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesses and forsakes them shall have mercy. Happy is the man that fears always, but he that hardens his heart shall fall into mischief. 28:18. Whoso walks uprightly shall be saved, but he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. 29:6 and 7. In the transgression of an evil man there is a snare, but the righteous sings and rejoices. The righteous considers the cause of the poor, but the wicked regards not to know it. 29:11 and 16. A fool utters all his mind, but a wise man keeps it in until afterwards. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall. 29:27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. 29:5. A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that guards the Torah, happy is he. 29:23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in Ruach, spirit. 30:4-6. Who has ascended up into the Shamayim, heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and his son's name? If you can tell. Every word of Eloha is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him, and not unto his words, lest he reprove you. Add not unto his words, lest he reprove you, and you be found a liar. 30:32. If you have done foolishly in lifting up yourself, or if you have thought evil, lay your hand upon your mouth. 31:30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that fears Yahuah, she shall be praised. Hallelujah. 34-6. Who has ascended up into the Shamayim, the heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and his son's name, if you can tell? Every word of Eloah is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Add not unto his words, lest he reprove you, and you be found a liar. 30:32. If you have done foolishly in lifting up yourself, or if you have thought evil, lay your hand upon your mouth. 31:30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that fears Yahuah, she shall be praised. Wisdom of Solomon. Chakma Shaloma. Scriptures. 1:1-11. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of Yahuah with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. Therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting. For there is no word so secret that shall go for naught, and the mouth that belies slays the soul. 1:15. For righteousness is immortal. 2:23. For Elohim created man to be immortal, and he made him to be an image of his own eternity. 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Elohim, and there shall no torment touch them. 3:9-10-19. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his Kodashim, his saints, and he has care for his elect. 3:11. For whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain, their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. 4, 10, 13, and 14. He pleased Elohim and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners he was translated. He, being made perfect in a short time, fulfilled a long time, for his soul pleased Yahuah. Therefore he hastened to take him away from among the wicked. 6:12. Wisdom is glorious and never fades away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. 12:1 and 2. For your incorruptible Ruach, spirit, is in all things. Therefore chasten them little by little, that offend, and warn them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on you, O Yahuah. 12:16 and 17. For your power is the beginning of righteousness, and because you are Yahuah of all, it makes you to be gracious unto all. For when men will not believe that you are of a full power, you show your strength, and among them that know it, you make their boldness manifest. 12:22. Therefore, whereas you do chasten us, you scourge our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of your goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. 15:1 and 3. But you, O Elohim, are gracious and true, long-suffering, and in mercy ordering all things. For to know you is perfect righteousness, yea, to know your power is the root of immortality. 19:22. For in all things, O Yahuah, you did magnify your people and glorify them. Neither did you lightly regard them, but did assist them in every time and place. Psalm or Tehillim 88. A psalm for the sons of Korah, to the chief singer on answers for sickness. A poem of Heman the Ezrahite. O Yahuah, Elohim of my deliverance, by day I have cried out, in the night before you. Let my prayer come before you. Incline your ear to my cry. For my being is filled with evils, and my life draws near to the grave. I have been reckoned among those who go down to the pit. I have become like a man who has no strength. released among the dead, like slain ones lying in the grave, whom you have remembered no more, and who have been cut off from your hand. You have put me in the lowest pit, in the dark places, in the depths. Your wrath has rested heavily upon me, and you have afflicted me with all your breakers. Selah. You have put away my friends far from me. You have made me an abomination to them. I am shut in and do not go out. My eye grows dim because of affliction. Yahuah, I have called upon you all day long. I have stretched out my hands to you. Would you work wonders for the dead? Would the dead rise to praise you? Selah. Is your kindness declared in the grave? Your trustworthiness in the place of destruction? Are your wonders known in the dark? And your righteousness in the land of no remembrance? But I, unto you, I have cried, O Yahuah, and in the morning my prayer comes before you. Yahuah, why do you reject me? Why do you hide your face from me? I am afflicted and dying from childhood. I have borne fear from you. I am in despair. Your fierce wrath has gone over me. Your onslaughts have cut me off. They surrounded me like water all day long. They close in upon me altogether. You have put loved one and companion far from me. Darkness is my close friend.